Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm first going to start with priming my face, and I'm using this Juno & Co. Miracle Cream, and it's really important to prime your face first before applying any makeup. And then I go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer, and I apply this on my T-zone. I also just apply any leftover on my eyelids because my eyelids do get oily sometimes. And then I go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I apply this to fill in my pores because I have some pretty large pores. If your pores are small, you do not have to do this step. For concealer, I went in with the Beauty Blender Concealer. I really like this concealer. It has full coverage and it just blends out really nicely. And then to brighten a little bit, I used the Cover FX concealer because it's in a lighter shade, and just applied a little bit of that and blended everything out with the beauty sponge. To contour, I went in with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Mocha. I use this to contour all the time, and I just apply it on the outer portions of my face and down the sides of my nose and blend everything out with a beauty sponge and a brush for my nose. And then I go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade 220, and I blended it out with the beauty sponge. I only apply a tiny amount of it, and I work quickly because this foundation does dry down pretty fast, so you want to work quickly or work in sections. To set everything, I used the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Powder, and this one is in the shade Butter. Before I went in with eyeshadow, I did set my eyelids with this translucent powder. You can use any powder, I just want a smooth base. For eyeshadow, I went in with the Amourzy palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I went in with the shade Semsa, which is like a purple shade, which is really pretty. And then I just applied it on the outer corners of my eyes and in my crease, and I just packed the eyeshadow and build it up, and I used patting motions to get more pigment, and then I blended it out with the brush. With another blending brush, I went in with the shade New Yorker, and I used it to blend out the shade Simsa, and I just applied this on the outer portion of my eyelids, kind of like a transition shade. And then with the first brush, I went in again with the shade Simsa just to build it up even more. And yes, my nails do look pretty raggedy, but I promise I got them done after this video. Okay, not sure what happened, but my camera did not catch me using the shade the Sagittarius from the Zodiac palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. You can use any dark purple eyeshadow. I just wanted to use a dark purple eyeshadow on the outer portions of my eyelids. As you guys can see, they look a lot deeper, and that's because I used this deeper purple shade on top of Semsa. And then with a flat brush, I did use a concealer to cut my crease. So I'm going to go in with another shade on top of the concealer so that it can pop. And this is the purpose of applying the concealer on the inner portion of my lid. So I went back to the Zodiac palette and I used this orange shimmery shade. It's called the Aries. You can use any orange shimmer shade and apply it on top of the concealer. Okay, so then back to the Amourzy palette with my finger, I grab the glitter shade Liddy, and you want to be careful because this is a glitter shade, so it does have a little bit of fallout. So I like to apply this shade with my finger, but you can wet a brush and apply it with that. So this is why you can use any orange shimmer shade, because we're going to apply this glitter on top. So it kind of covers it, but it looks so pretty, and it does still look like an orangey bronzy shade, which I love. And then I went back with the shade Semsa just to blend the glitter shade and the purple shade in the middle. You don't want there to be like a harsh line between the orange and the purple. And then with a brush, I just cleaned up under my eyes because I did have some glitter, and then grabbed a clean brush just to blend out the edges because you don't want any harsh lines. For my lower lash line, I used a smaller brush and I went in with the shade Semsa again and just applied this all on my lower lash line. With the same brush, I grabbed this shade Yugo, which is like a dark brown, and applied it on the outer portion of my lower lash line to create that cat eye effect. And then just so that there isn't a harsh line, I went in with the shade OG with another pencil brush just to blend out the lower lash line. For the inner corner of my eyes, I used the Diamond Balm in the shade Cognac Candy by Fenty Beauty. And guys, I'm going to link everything in the description box below that I'm using in this video. So for my wing eyeliner, I first went in with the One Size Beauty black pencil eyeliner. And I used a flat brush to blend out the eyeliner just a little bit. And then on top of it, I went in with the House Laboratories liquid eyeliner just so that it can look really black and dark. I also applied the black pencil liner in my waterline. And then with a brush, I kind of dragged the black eyeliner just a little bit towards the inner corners to create that cat eye look. I really like it. I've been doing this a lot. And then I curled my lashes with an eyelash curler and applied false lashes off camera and a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. And then I went in with bronzer. This is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer, and I used a bronzing brush to apply it. And I basically apply it everywhere that I had applied the matchstick where I contour. Only this time I forgot to apply it on my nose, but I usually do apply it on the sides of my nose as well to contour the nose. For blush, I use the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in the shade Warm Honey. And then on top of it, I applied the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Velvet Blush in the shade She's Adorable. I kind of like to mix these blushes. I like to mix blushes all the time and just kind of apply it all over the face as well. And blend it out a little bit with a beauty sponge. For highlighter, I used the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Mesmerize and just applied it on the high points of my face and blended it out with my fingers. This is a very subtle highlight. So then on the very tops of my cheeks, I used the Diamond Balm from Fenty Beauty. For my lips, I used the KVD lip liner in the shade D Minor. And then for my liquid lipstick, I used the Kylie Coco Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Clomini. And then I like to use the KKW Beauty lipstick in the shade number 1 to apply in the middle of my lips and just blend it out. And just a little bit of gloss. I used the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb and Fenty Glow. To set everything, I used the All Nighter Urban Decay Setting Spray. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked this fall makeup tutorial, and I wanted to show you guys my new haircut. Oh my god, you guys, it's so different and I love it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.